Papa Brad. Welcome to the iiRcadians, show for fans of the iiRcade. While you're here, don't forget to slam that like button. And why don't you subscribe to the channel? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Thank you. And on with the show. iiRcadians assemble.
Before we go ahead and get this launched, just quickly, we have a lot of community shows for those who are joining us new, and really welcome you to our family. Join us in these community shows and participate. It's like tons more fun. We have shows like iiRcadians happening on Thursdays bi-weekly. Fridays, 9:30 p.m. We have the Friday night arcade show where we're playing games together. On Tuesdays, we have iiRcade Zone. Right after this, I believe, right? Hosted by our awesome Zone guys. But if you participate in the community, the gaming becomes so much more fun. Especially there's like online gaming and leaderboards where we're trying to become number one, right? It becomes a lot more fun. So I would strongly recommend participating in the community. And if you have any questions, right? I mean, there's tons of information in Facebook page and things like that. So looking forward to seeing you there.
And Gunther is inviting everyone online tonight?
Yes, I'm looking forward to watching, Gunther. I watch every single one of your show. Papa Bread, I watch every single one of your show. and Brooklyn. I watch every single one of their show. And of course, Michael, I watch every single one of your show, even from Korea.
All right, welcome to the show. Let's get everyone in here.
You tricked me, man. You didn't hit the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had one more intro, but I decided to skip it. That was long enough. But
Why not?
we got plenty of games. We got plenty of games to play. I always start the show by showing some of the games in the iiRcade because there's that false narrative that we don't have anything to play on iiRcade, and we've got a ton of great games right now. We got so much. We've got a lot to choose from. Sometimes it's just hard to pick what you're going to play.
Brad,
how do you guys feel about that?
Brad, those are all the games we can play. I thought they were all the games Jeff is number one on the leaderboards on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting there. One game at a time.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
Gonna put my stamp on the game? Absolutely.
He's just going down the list.
Exactly. Like one play, first place. One play, first place. The guy's just a machine at the leaderboards.
Absolutely. And I'm loving the competition from the community. It keeps me coming back to keep playing these games.
That's awesome.
Checking those leaderboards, see if they beat my score, or if I need to get better to push my score even further out of reach. Well, it's awesome.
And Brad, when you got players like Nick's Caliber and CP Fluid and all these other dudes that are showing up, I think that kind of answers your questions. These guys love games, and they've come here to play.
I know, and that's fantastic. That's what we want. We want the good gamers all to come to iiRcade where there's competition for them. Intro.
I know.
Brad. I am iiRcade's biggest shill. I am an iiRcadian. Let's introduce everyone. We've got Brooklyn. Say hello to everybody.
How you doing? Brooklyn from the Friday Night Arcade Show and the iiRcadians. Nice to see everybody.
Yep, my right-hand man, along with kevgret.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. They bought all their iiRcade games on sale. Now we're going to get to playing them. Thanks for having me, Brad.
I know. You dropped a fire video today. I watched earlier. Yeah.
Nice.
We've got the Game Master.
How's it going, community? How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the show tonight. And hopefully we'll get to talk all these new games that are coming out. And I can't wait to get into some of these topics. Absolutely.
Let's go.
I know. The first thing is I just want to remind everyone that they still do have the iiRcade sale going on. And they've got the original 64 gig iiRcade for $400. It's a pretty good deal. It's never been that's a really cheap price to get into the iiRcade platform. And you can play all the same games. Right now, there are no games that you need the gold for yet. They're supposed to be coming down the road, but as of today, everything you can play on any iiRcade.
Absolutely.
The original one is also great to stream from. It has really good HDMI out. The gold editions are still $200 off, so they still kind of got that sale on the gold edition, and they have free shipping, which is pretty awesome.
These days, that's like a $200 value, Brad. Everything.
I know. Like just the shipping alone. It's like it's so expensive. Like there goes your discount. If you have to pay for shipping.
It's crazy.
It's so expensive anymore to get.
This is the time. Jump in now.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to jump in now. Yeah. And if you don't know what an iiRcade looks like, because sometimes I watch content creators and they don't even know there's a gold cab. We'll be talking about iiRcade and they're showing like the original iiRcade. They don't even know there's another model. And so I'm going to show this video real quick. So just for people that are uninformed and don't know anything about iiRcade, here's the cabs that we have right now. Okay, awesome.
Seeing them on video doesn't do it justice. You got to see them in person.
Yeah, they're all they look really good. I mean, I like my original iiRcade, but I love my gold. My gold, I think, is a very premium product, especially when you get the arcade glass on there. You know, iiRcade is, you know, it's definitely a high level as far as the construction and everything. It's pretty hard to beat iiRcade. Okay, so you guys ready to start the topics?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
We're going to start with a juicy one.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
Kevgret can,
Yeah.
we're starting with this one.
Oh,
What
Jesus.
is
AAA.
AAA? What is AAA? Because there's been
If
a
my
lot
car
of
breaks down,
controversy.
I call them.
Yeah, $55 a year.
we got this joker here. He's going to tell us. He's a friend of the community. He has an idea what AAA is.
Who could
Let's
this
see what he
be?
has to say.
Hello, fellow nerds. I'm sorry to give you this news, but Mortal Kombat is not a AAA title. I know what you're thinking. Come on, Rainwater, really? But you know what else is not a AAA title? Space Invaders, Moon Patrol, Pac-Man, Street Fighter 2. None of these are AAA titles. By definition, we've been using the term AAA wrong this whole time. The term bangers was coined by my buddy P-Dubs Arcade Loft during an iiRcade interview, and we've been using bangers as a term in the home arcade community to mean a great game that has been highly successful. But that is not synonymous with AAA. AAA is referring to a game from a large development company with a budget in the tens of millions of dollars for development and for marketing. Totally wrong use of the term. So, my buddy Mikey J and I have been talking about this a lot. He made a great video over on his channel, which explains this even better and more in depth. Go check out MJP Games and More.
Okay, there you go.
There you have it.
So tell us a little bit about AAA, Kevgret.
Well, there's a couple problems with what Jeff is saying because according to him, the term AAA was coined, you know, recently in the past whatever years to describe a huge budget game. Well, you can't apply that to games in the 80s unless you know their budget relative to the market's budget. So
the first game they mentioned as being AAA is Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Was in the 90s.
Exactly.
That's not even relevant to these arcade games.
It's not relevant to Moon Patrol. And who's to say Moon Patrol at the time didn't have a budget that blossomed into what we would consider AAA for 1982, right? So let's just call it what's going on here. This whole AAA debate, we didn't start this debate. This debate was started to discredit the games that we have on the iiRcade. This was started by the arcade shills that can't let us have our Moon Patrol and have our $8 fun.
They gotta hate on what we got,
so,
you know.
So they started this debate, and this debate basically says Moon Patrol isn't AAA. Well, so what? Let's just say they're right. So what is not AAA? It is.
I don't care. Yeah.
A game from 1982 that made millions of dollars at its time. It was considered a top 10 game in 1982. Yeah. So who cares about today?
Yeah. None of these arcade games should be considered AAA because it's before that term was even relevant.
Exactly. It's before the term was coined.
Comparing it to the stock market.
And dude, nobody published
spent in development of a game.
Yeah, and
it has nothing to do with the quality of the game or whether you like it or not.
And they
I think like this whole AAA debate, like, and it's almost like robotic in a way, because just because if something is AAA, does that automatically mean it's good and I have to like it? Or, you know, can it be AAA and completely suck?
Well, Cyberpunk is Cyberpunk in AAA when it came out? Yeah.
It was definitely AAA, but it did not come out in AAA condition. It took about 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. And Arcade Amy has it here. We didn't start this.
We didn't start this.
You know why we didn't start this argument? Because we're too busy playing Moon Patrol to get on the leaderboards.
Yes.
We've got Burger Time, we've got Space Invaders, we got Dragon's Lair, we got a lot of the same games that the competition has. And in some ways we have better versions because like our Dragon's Lair, it's not 4 frames behind the whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't even think behind the scenes when we just talk privately that we ever discuss like AAA. We just talk about how great the games are and trying to beat each other's scores.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's right. We're buying games, not subs over here at the iIRcadians.
Yeah, exactly.
Moon Patrol.
If anyone wants to buy me some subs,
That's
the
advice I would give to iIRcade or any of these companies. Focus on getting games that are fun. That's all that matters. Are these arcade games we have fun to play? And
yeah, I mean,
not right now, buddy.
That's the end of the discussion. If it's fun, it's fun. You can call it Triple X, Triple Z.
We got my Bearsys fan.
Doesn't matter
come over here, buddy.
Oh, we got Bearsys fan. Bring him in. We got to say hi to the only Bearsys fan on the iIRcade.
Let's see.
This is the super fan.
Unfortunately.
What's up, dude?
Nice.
So that's the one guy.
This guy loves. Do you like Bearsys? Who's your favorite?
Is it AAA?
Is it AAA?
Wait. Yeah, there you go.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for AAA.
Certified. There you go.
Out of the mouths of babes.
There you go. See him out of the room, Papa Brad, because he called Bearsys AAA.
Yeah, get him out.
He does. He loves that game. He just mashes the buttons and has fun.
Brooklyn.
That's what it's all about.
Even we draw the line at AAA, right? Even we draw the line at some. Get him out.
Not every game needs to be for me. I'm not going to hate on other people's, what they like. I mean,
I just hate Bearsys because it's the only fighter I'm actually good at. It takes no talent.
Yeah. So, the whole AAA thing, I think, I was guilty of it because Arcade 1UP was like, oh, we've got AAA and no one else has it. And that's just not really the correct narrative.
No.
So we've had a lot of cool games drop. Of course, we had Moon Patrol. How's everyone enjoying that game? I know that Nix is
fantastic.
Killing on that game.
Killing 100K, baby.
And it seems like
how, man? Game. How?
Like,
I don't know how.
It starts slow, and you're like, all I got to do is jump and shoot.
Jump and shoot.
Before you know it, you're like totally engrossed in the game.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic classic arcade game, and Williams knew that game was going to be a super hit. That's why they licensed it. That's why they wanted it sitting next to Defender and Joust and Sinistar in arcades, because they knew that game was super addictive and it was super high quality. So, Moon Patrol, it's a super game. I got a quick clip. It's only 30 seconds. I'm going to play it. It's very quick. It's a 30-second clip. So we got Moon Patrol, and I love the way iIRcade dropped that game. That is the perfect way they should drop games. Do not tip any YouTubers off. Go with a massive game like that. Drop it cold, so no one has time to throw a wet blanket on it. No one has time to say, "Oh, well, they just got that because we didn't want it." Just drop that hit like that. That's how they should do it from now on. What do you guys think?
Well, Brad, we were asking for a release list. Hey, give us a heads up when these games are coming. And what did they do? They've been giving us release schedules. They've been saying every Friday you're going to get, Blood Bros, Cabal, and that wasn't enough. Like, we just asked for that, but they stealth dropped Moon Patrol on us, and that was like, thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you.
We only asked for a release list, and they just said, boom, here's a release list.
Some YouTubers were upset. I was actually excited, and to me, that was the perfect way to do a killer title like that. Don't tip anyone off. Just drop it on your own show, on your channel, on the iIRcade channel, and that was perfect.
Loved it. Absolutely amazing that they did that. I didn't expect Moon Patrol to drop. I thought they would hold that in their pocket closer to Christmas. We would get something else, maybe the golf game. But when they held it and they showed Moon Patrol, I said, "Oh, that's great." And then he said available now. I was like, "Wait a minute, this is amazing! This is like Christmas."
That was crazy. And that whole stream, I was like, when they were talking about IREM games, I was like, Moon Patrol, Moon Patrol, Moon Patrol.
Well,
I was messaging kevgret the whole time. I was like, drop Moon Patrol.
If you go back in the chat,
show Steps. We got Steps game. Show.
Hey, Prime.
I kept typing in the chat, Brad, Moon Patrol. Every time they said IREM, we have another announcement. I'm like, Moon Patrol, Moon Patrol. Because you had
I saw that. People were asking for it that night, and then they dropped it.
Yeah, and then they just dropped it. They were like, yes, it's
a great
awesome.
game. And then, the Moon Patrol, I was super excited for. But you know what really crept up on me as a surprise hit was this game.
Title. That was fantastic. Surprise drop.
I was like,
another surprise
I probably have
drop.
not played a golf game in 10 years. And I'm addicted to that game. And me and Steps played all 18 holes of golf. It was like an hour and a half.
Wow.
And it's like it completely turns the iiRcade that we know now into a whole new cabinet. Like we didn't have anything like this before.
Yeah.
I finally played online. I played against Sacro. We played all 18 holes, and I'm happy to say I won. And he's also like another top player.
Is that when you
took him out in golf?
Is that when you got that double eagle, Brooklyn on that?
No, that was.
I saw that. That was nice.
That was a different stream.
That was awesome.
But again, I keep seeing people popping up asking, where could I get a game going? Like I go in there, and I understand because I've gone on, and it's like you can kind of wait around and no one's there. During these shows, during my show. During the iiRcade zone, if you pop in during those shows, there are people waiting to play.
Yeah. I don't want to play with randoms. I want to play with my friends. I call up one of my friends, kevgret, Brooklyn. Yeah. I'll call someone up, or all the people I know, they all have my messenger, and we just connect and we play. It's like you only need that if you want to play with random players. And you know what? There's a lot of drawbacks. How many times have you been playing a game online with a random player and they quit halfway through the game? It's like, oops, I'm losing. See ya. Your friends aren't going to do that to you. So, I mean, I think there's good things about having open rooms like that. There's also bad things,
Yep.
Well, we had a good back and forth. It was kind of even.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good match. It went all the way pretty much to the end, and then finally I won.
For people that have not seen the golf game on iiRcade, it's called Major Title 2. It has online, so we can play this online. Multiplayer, it works great. I've played it now 4 times all the way through, all 18 holes. And I'm still terrible at golf. But I did do good with when you guys were coaching me that time on the Friday night arcade. That's probably the best I ever played. But
now, as far as online, I would say you said it plays great. I would say great, but not perfect, because what I noticed when I play online, the music's all wonky. And there was a few times in our match when I hit the A button to take my swing and it didn't work. I had to, then wait and do it a second time. And that was, but other than that, that happened maybe once or twice during our 18-hole match. The music was kind of wonky most of the way through, but the gameplay, there was no choppiness. And like I said, just twice when I hit my A button, it didn't react. But we're still in alpha, and it's still nice that they, the day the game came out, we can already at least try it out against each other online.
They didn't release it without the online working. They had the online working when they dropped it.
Wait, did you just say you can play the day it came out online?
Papa
Brad and I did. It was an hour after the game released.
I was playing no quarter.
It works like that? You mean you don't have to wait and wait? You don't have to wait and 6
months or 3 months, or maybe a year, or maybe never.
Hey, Arcade Amy just asked about Ninja Spirit.
Tell her Steps.
Tell her about Steps. Steps knows all about Ninja Spirit.
Yeah, I have a video about Ninja Spirit on my channel if you want to check it out. But a lot of people might have played it on the TurboGrafx 16 back in the day. It's a ninja game. It's very addictive, very fun. The arcade game is a little bit better because the backgrounds have more design, and I've seen the arcade cabinet. I actually just saw the Galloping Ghost. It's pretty cool. But if you want to see some footage of it, you could obviously type it into YouTube. You'll probably get the iiRcade trailer. You can check out my video, whatever you want to do. But I'm excited for Ninja Spirit. All the IREM games that they announced, all of them are great games. None of them did I say I don't want. They're all games I'm like, this is great. And it's really made me a lot more excited about my iiRcade, between that and the TAD Corporation games that were released.
Yeah, I agree. It's fantastic. And we have people that are watching this show that have never even seen this game. So I'm going to play a quick clip of it. It's 30 seconds long. Let's take a look so they can see what this game looks like in action.
Yeah,
so much fun. It's extremely challenging as well. Like
it is brutal. Like sometimes I'll do good and then I'll get to where you're putting and I just like blow it. So
I think the putting is what gives that game its difference from Neo Turf Masters. Like without the more challenging punting, I would give Neo Turf Masters an edge. But I think the fact that you got this challenging putting system that you got to figure out really adds to the game, and it really puts it up there with Neo Turf Masters, where I like playing both games.
I gave the strategy last Friday. If you play the game, when each hole starts, because every single time you play it, the hole's going to be in a different position. It'll have the same terrain, but the hole will randomly show up in a different spot. So before you take your first shot, like when you're going for the green, note where the hole is and try to place the ball when you get it on the green in a good spot. Don't put it in a place where you got to go, too many uphills, because that's when it gets challenging and you're going to wind up screwing up and hit the ball back and forth a bunch of times.
2 or 3 putting it. Yep, absolutely.
A big shout out to Alex, who sent us a $2 super sticker. He is all over the leaderboards. Alex is a legitimate hardcore gamer.
Yes,
and you don't need to ask if he's an iiRcadian. Just go check any leaderboard on the machine. He's probably on that first page.
Brad, his paperwork says he's an iiRcadian for sure. His
business papers says he's an iiRcadian 100%.
I agree with him. I think it's better than Ninja Gaiden. Is it better than NES Golf? I think so, but
Rexer loves his NES Golf.
Yeah, it's better than NES Golf.
I think if you like arcade style golf games, I don't see why you wouldn't like it. I mean, like I don't even play golf games, and I liked it.
Yeah,
I played it and I was like, this is pretty cool, and it works pretty good. I was really impressed with it.
If anyone in the chat room is also interested in playing against someone and you do start a room, just make sure another thing that you need to do is both players need to put credits in, or else you're not going to be able to select a 2-player match. So just remember that as well.
It's just like if there was a real arcade machine, you both have to coin up. So it's like authentic, like a real.
Yeah, because these games were not meant to be online.
They weren't meant to be online. None of these games were.
So it's going to act as if the person is standing next to you, putting quarters in the machine.
Hey, are you able to pull the?
I remember that game.
Yeah, probably not better than that.
Nothing's better than that.
Papa Brad,
that's a great
game. Rexer.
I mean, it's like there's certain games that they're in a whole different league.
Hey, Papa Brad, could you pull that the iiRcade trailer for Ninja Spirits? As people have been talking about it. And is that tomorrow or is it?
That's tomorrow.
I opened the show with it at
Friday.
The intro. Absolutely. They had the Ninja Spirit trailer. That's the only way I have it. I have it, and that's that.
Okay, cool.
I want to watch the whole thing. We had it in the intro. We showed all the new games coming out.
Yeah. See, this is going to bring back a lot of memories for me, because the last time I played through Ninja Spirits was when I played it fully through on the Turbo Express, like right when it came out, and I haven't played it since. So it's almost like I can't remember it. And when I'm seeing the little clips, it's kind of coming back to me. So it's going to be one of those things that's going to like draw my memory as I see the different levels. I do remember like you would be more than one ninja. You would have like 3 of them. And I remember the boss battles, like especially back then, seeing the bosses take up the whole screen was pretty amazing at that time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to running through it again. I hear the difference from the turbo graphics to the arcade is the backgrounds were a bit more detailed for the arcade version, but we'll see.
Let's see here.
Look at all those fantastic games.
What are you looking at, Brad?
And if it's on here.
Already?
They'll be there tomorrow. They'll be there tomorrow.
It's not on
Should be
it,
tomorrow, Thursday.
I thought you could just pull it on YouTube. That's what I was thinking.
Could you imagine if he casually pulled it up?
I could pull it up. Hold on.
Be careful. They might take it down while you're trying to stream it.
There it is. There's the videos.
Yeah. See how huge the boss is?
Didn't you make a video?
That's all I remember is how big the bosses
were. You don't want to air that. That's so long. Is there? I thought the iiRcade they had a trailer.
They had one on here. That's where I got it from. Let's see.
There's a 5-minute clip there.
Which one's 5 minutes? Let's see.
That was 5 minutes. That's a review, TurboGrafx review. Yeah.
Well, this is the arcade version.
Yeah.
We're gonna see it tomorrow anyway, so who cares?
We're gonna see it tomorrow.
Well, you can kind of see it through the windows there. You can see what's going on.
You can just mute this person's
there you go.
Yeah.
I do remember the reviews for this game, back in the day when the only way you can get your reviews was from magazines.
How's that? Can y'all hear it?
It was perfectly rated game. No. See how you have that's why Ninja Spirits, you got the other ninjas that you get.
Yeah, you get them as power-ups through the levels. Yeah, and you really want to have
boss fight.
There he goes.
There's weapon upgrades too.
Let's go forward a little bit. Wow, look at that. That looks pretty awesome.
It's like an inventory bar there in the middle there by the timer. Yeah. All your different weapons and equipment.
So, this wasn't released, the arcade version, anywhere else. I know the TurboGrafx had one, but this is the full arcade version that not many people have had access to.
Wow, look at that!
Correct. I really didn't even know that an arcade version of this existed.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a TurboGrafx game.
So did I.
TurboGrafx, but the arcade is even better because it has better graphics.
Look at this. This looks awesome.
Well, where's my wallet?
Is there leaderboards? Because I think Nick's is already number 1.
What are you thinking on this one? $12.99, $9.99, or $7.99?
Ooh.
I'll be real. I think the fair price is between maybe $9.99. $10. $10 would be fair. If it's $12.99, I'm gonna buy it. But $10 is fair.
Well, I feel like I've already gotten my $12.99's worth in the golf game.
I definitely did, and everybody was freaking out about that. That's fine paying the $12.99. The golf game is a game that has a huge amount of replay value. Because it's
infinite.
Yeah, it just has endless replay.
Yeah.
And they'll work on 4 cabinets online.
That's crazy.
They're going to work on trying to get that going.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll pay the $12 so they can spend a little resources to try to get that going.
Yeah, I'll take real arcade games when we can play them online. Games that have never even been online. That's pretty awesome, you know.
Well, just think about it. Just think about it. If you had another,
hey Dave, welcome to the show.
Say you had an arcade one-up cabinet and you wanted, could you buy another game for it for $12.99?
No, absolutely not.
So even if you pay $12.99, it's a it's a really good title to get for $12.99. I think it's fine.
It's not $333 average because that's what you're paying per game on the arcade one-up.
Pretty reasonable. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why all the iiRcadians are always smiling. We get games all the time without having to buy a whole new cab every time. And it's just,
cabinet's better quality.
I have both. I love my arcade one-ups. Mm-hmm. I love my at games, but I mean, I do like that I can just purchase games and they're really awesome. And they take the time to make sure they're working right and they're optimized. And that's a huge thing. I mean, not releasing the games broken with issues to me is, something that iiRcade really is doing right. How do you guys feel about it?
I feel that whenever there is a problem, they respond quick.
They do respond
in a fix.
Really, really quick. Look at the Moon Patrol leaderboards.
Moon Patrol leaderboard was fixed in one day.
It was crazy.
A day.
Yeah. We didn't have to
they're
wait.
Pretty on it.
Well, now's your last chance to get your action games here that you have up on the screen.
Yeah, could you pull up Freeman's comment real quick? Dr. Freeman, we're rolling through the sales again, and tonight is the last night for the action games. I actually just went through and picked up a few more games I didn't have. If they follow the same pattern, 1:00 Eastern time, the games go off sale and we get a new category.
I got something special. We've been doing a special. We did a special thing called the iiRcadians Present, where we went through and we showed every single game that is on the iiRcade, because when they did the sale, pretty much most of the games had went on sale. So we have the iiRcadians Present, and we already have a list of what we rated as the highest. But guess what? There are new games since we did the list.
I know.
Yeah.
This is the list we came up in the action category. Now, we had to pare it down to just 10 games, which was really difficult to do. But our top 10 was Mayhem Brawler, Alien Storm, Dark Seal series, Night Slashers, Elevator Action series, Rastan, either Shadow Dancers or Shadow Force, the Astanax Combat Tribes, and Thunder Hoop 2. But now in this category, here's the painful part. Now we've got Cabal in there. We've got Blood Brothers in there on sale.
Yeah,
they're on sale. So if you haven't picked those up,
buy them.
Highly recommend. Those are fantastic games. Those are fantastic games. I don't see the little icon.
I thought it was a mistake that they went on sale because they weren't on sale for the first pass. So I grabbed them in case they were going off sale. I was like, I'm not even going to wait. I got to get these in case it's an error. You know,
and just to show you, like when you go to the iiRcade portal where you buy your games, you can click on this little thing that says discounted games, and I can show results. Boom. That's going to show me just the games that are on sale, just like that.
Look at that. Heated Barrel, $6.99. It just
10,
came
20,
out.
It just came out.
40, 50, 60 games on sale this week.
Wow.
But I do want to point out, like, watch the iiRcadians Present. We go through every game in this category, every single one we talk about, except for Cabal and Blood Brothers, which are both on sale. I love those games. I mean, what do you think of those games? Next, what do you think of those two games? Because I know you're really good at them.
Super challenging. If you're looking for a game that's really challenges, if you like bullet hell games, those two are the ones to get. Fantastic and very good arcade ports to this machine. It plays brilliantly, and then with trackball added support coming soon. Get it.
60 plus, yeah. We're gonna change it to classic games or arcade games. But
John should change the category to all say AAA up there. Action AAA, Adventure AAA, Coleco AAA.
the iiRcadians Presents videos, I actually spent like weeks making those. So like I actually show every game in action.
Have you ever?
It's not a talking head video. It's a showing video where I have footage of all the games, so you can kind of get a feel for them.
I have a question for you. Have you ever gone through all the ColecoVision games?
I've not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Come on. Look, I just finished a giant project. You're giving me more work.
Yeah.
Steps. I just picked up Miner 2049er because I was enjoying all the versions on the Atari 50th. So I wanted to play the Coleco, which plays the best. It's like the fastest one.
And definitely, like, this here is the game. Like, nobody knows this game, but once they've played it, they're like, oh, they're just blown away. Thunder Hoops 2
it's awesome.
is a masterpiece. Like,
it's wild.
The first time I played it, I was blown away. I mean, you have to try that game. It's so good. It's so fun.
Okay, you have Dark Seal on the list. I don't remember if I was sick when you went over.
Both Dark Seals are great.
What is Dark Seal? Because I have no idea. I haven't played it.
The question is, now with the list including Blood Brothers and Cabal
and Heated Barrel,
I feel like we need to hit something off the list to get some of those on there.
Well,
let's put the list back up.
What's Dark Seal?
She wants Dark Seals gone.
You wouldn't like what I would take off the list.
Dark Seal. Dark Seal is like it's kind of like a golden axe. Actually, Dark Seal 2 is really good. It has like
how much is this? $5.59. Okay, that sounds like I should buy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick again. So
I would take Mayhem Brawlers, the number one off the list.
The number one, only modern one.
Go with the real retro arcade games.
No.
That's a really good game, though.
It's awesome.
These are all good games. I mean,
combo system.
I would say like I would take maybe, and then this is going to be controversial. I would probably take Combat Tribes off.
Whoa.
And put on either Cabal or Blood Brothers. One of
those are two different. They're totally different games.
They're both similar though. The gameplay is similar.
I don't feel that way at all.
Between Blood Brothers and Cabal.
It's the same game basically.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about taking Combat Tribes off and putting those games on. Is what I'm saying.
Get Double Dragon. I mean,
that's what he's saying.
Is a great
maybe
beat
take
'em up.
Astyanax off.
But
I would take Astyanax off.
They have an end. And they're not really score chasers usually.
I think Combat Tribes is probably one of the better beat 'em ups on the cabinet.
Absolutely,
it is a great beat 'em up.
Absolutely,
that's what I'm saying. It's tough to choose one.
I wouldn't take that
Elevator
off.
Action Returns is arguably. I mean, to me, that's one of the best sleeper hits too. Like people think of the original Elevator Action, but when you play Elevator Action Returns, you get blown away. It's great, and it's like another one that people don't know that they should know. That's an arcade game.
When Ninja Baseball Batman comes out, then you can take Combat Tribes off.
That's tough.
Yeah, Combat Tribes is a classic. One thing, me and Steps, talking about Combat Tribes, me and Steps just ran through that whole game. And one thing I never noticed, sorry about that, having that up so long. One thing that I never noticed is Combat Tribes has no score. There is no score at all while you're playing. It's like you're just beating the thugs, but there's no actual scoring.
It just shows your energy level, right, Brad?
It shows your energy level. And you can stomp on people when they're down. The Combat Tribes is great, but it's not really a score chasing game. There's no scoring system in it. So
it's the only game that I'm number one on the leaderboards in.
Yeah. As a beat 'em up, it's really great. But I mean, I would say the one of those games, Cabal or Blood Brothers should be on there. I like Blood Brothers better, but a lot of people like Cabal better because of the theme.
Cabal
is more like the Vietnam War theme.
See, I like Western.
Blood Brothers is the Western.
Yeah,
theme.
I like Westerns myself.
I like the Western theme more, but they're both really great games.
They're pretty equal, but I prefer Blood Brothers. But your list. Why do we have Rastan? Is it for nostalgia? Is it better than? I mean, what was the Warrior Blade? Is just superior.
I don't know. I like the original arcade game more, but I think they're both good. I mean,
see, I have no nostalgia for the arcade game because I didn't play it in the arcade. Yeah. So for me, I'm like Warrior Blade.
Warrior Blade's more modern, and the only thing with Warrior Blade is it's kind of easy. For me, it's a bit too easy. But I mean, that's personal preference, but it's great. It's a great game. Elevator Action Returns is a real sleeper. It's a good game.
I bought it yesterday, so
great game.
I never played it.
Alex is voting for Cabal.
I think the real answer here is you got to expand this list to 15. There's just too many games
there's
here.
Just too many. It's too hard.
It's too hard. There's 55 games here. Top 10 is like,
top 10. We're killing 50 games.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of good ones in there. I agree. It's tough.
You could just put Cabal / Blood Brothers and Response.
I think that's kind of what we did on some of them. I think you need an elevator action type game, whether you prefer the retro one or the modern one.
But
so on some of them, we just put it either or based on your preference.
If you do that, what do you do with Heated Barrel? Does that make your 10 at all? Because Heated Barrel is legit fun.
It is. I played it a little bit. I bought it and I played it maybe 5 or 10 minutes because I didn't really have much time. But I could tell it's a good game. Yeah. I mean, I feel like me personally, I'd rather play Blood Brothers. But I think it's a good game. It looks like it'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, like you could get rid of one of the beat 'em ups, like Astyanax or Combat Tribes, just one of them, or something like Rastan. I think you need to have that type of shooting game.
Isn't Night Slashers a beat 'em up?
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's
but it deserves to be on this list.
I won't say AAA. I almost said it. That is definitely a classic.
I will fight for Night Slashers.
I'll fight
that
tooth and nail for that one.
Is insane.
That's the Data East one.
Yes.
Why is
we got some Sega? We got Alien Storm. That's a Sega arcade game.
Why is Shadow Dancer / Shadow Force? Those are completely different games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're both ninja games, though.
Oh, okay.
They both say Shadow. Pick a Shadow game.
One of them on the list.
Shadow Force is hitching a ride.
I wanted to get this panel too because it was just me and kevgret, and we're going through 60 games.
Yeah, it was insane.
We got to do it in an hour. A lot to think about.
It was a lot. Yeah, we're not perfect.
Shadow
It's not
Force has
perfect,
like
but
4 people you can choose from, and it's like a beat 'em up.
Yeah, Shadow Force is not a ninja game. You can like pretty much you could take over any enemy that you fight in that game.
yeah, but you have fighting.
Yeah, but they're all
moves.
ninjas, though.
They're all ninjas. How's it not
Yeah.
a ninja game?
Well, it's a beat 'em up.
It's
They're
a beat
all
'em up.
ninjas.
Yeah, but it's,
so you would have to choose between, like I would say on the level of the style, you would have to choose between the Combat Tribes and Shadow Force. One has to go.
Combat Tribe stays.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I do love that one.
I loved. I just played through the whole game again online.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
The move set in those games were
good.
It's so good.
We were talking about streaming and Papa. Do you want to do it now? And I'm like, okay, but I don't want to stream it, so we just played it.
Yeah, so we just played the whole game. We played it all the way through.
Could I recommend one that you don't have on the list that I'd love
okay.
people to pick up? Thunder Fox. See it over there towards the bottom.
Okay.
Oh, that was in my cart yesterday, and I removed it because I chose.
Yeah, I would place it back in your cart.
Okay.
Buy it on stream
Thunder
right now.
Fox. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that one because I don't think I have that one.
I don't know if I have that one.
And you see Thunder Zone over to the right. That's a great one too.
Yeah.
Is the cliffhanger game
Yes.
the same game I took video for you, Papa Braz? Is that a totally different game? When I was at Galloping Ghost.
No,
Cliffhanger's crazy, man.
No, that was the Laserdisc game that you sent me the footage of.
Yeah.
No, this Cliffhanger is it's like an action game where you're kind of like an Indiana Jones character. I have a video of it on my channel with a review.
I just didn't know it was on that cabinet you wanted because I didn't have time to look at everything. I just know it was there and I videoed it.
Yeah, no. But
Cliffhanger's a lot
really
of fun. Secret Agent, I haven't beaten that whole game, but that's also a lot of fun. Like every level, there's just a lot of action. But the Cliffhanger takes the action to another level. Like they were trying to pull off stuff in that game that hadn't really been done yet.
Alice says Astyanax has to go.
You might be right.
Yeah, I think probably pull that one and put like one of the TAD games in there if you have to limit to 10. But if you have the fat wallet, I mean, get them all because they're fun.
Exactly.
I mean.
But yeah, I'm telling you, if you like that 80s when everything was like Rambo, play Thunder Fox. That's another one. It's like just crazy action levels right from the start, all the way through.
You know what I bought last night? Outzone.
Beautiful.
Outzone is
a
good one.
That's fun.
Fantastic.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
I've not played it, so I bought it. I don't know. I just heard you guys saying Outzone many times before.
It's almost like a run and gun, shoot 'em up.
It's great.
It's like its own thing.
I think that's better than the sequel. To be honest,
Fix 8.
Yeah, I like Outzone better than Fix 8.
Fix 8 gives you more characters. It was like a bit more colorful.
Fix 8.
Yeah.
Gun Force 1 or Gun Force 2, which is better?
Gun Force 2.
Gun Force 2.
If I like,
it's a Contra.
Yeah.
Contra style game. Very hard though.
It's great. It's fun though, but it's one of those games you basically have infinite quarters, so it's like and you're
going to use them all.
Like you'd probably drive you broke if you went to the arcade and played it, but playing it on at a home machine, it's like you just quarter up.
See, the problem I have is I get paid every 2 weeks, so like I have to worry about next week's sales and the next game is coming out too, right?
Exactly.
Because this is a pretty strong category. I would say most people, if you stick to that top 10 list, though, you're going to find some stuff that you like. And the thing with iiRcade, you can play the game for 30 minutes and refund it if you don't like it. So it's easy to refund games as long as you play them. They download like in a minute or two. They're really quick to download, and then you just play them. And if you don't like it, don't feel bad. Refund it. That's why they do that.
Why didn't 64th Street make your list? Because I know that because
we're limited to 10.
Because that iiRcade zone.
It's not going to beat. It's not going to beat Night Slashers. None of
Mayhem
or Combat Tribes or Mayhem.
Combat Tribes is really.
It's just a tough category with the beat 'em up steps.
They have a very strong beat 'em up collection on the iiRcade. I mean, really, the beat 'em up and the shmup selection they have is top tier for me as far as what I like in arcade games. They have a lot of good ones.
You guys don't even talk about the Legend of Silk Road and Age of Heroes, which is Silk Road 2.
I just those
are fun beat 'em ups with magic.
One of those. Yeah,
they are.
I haven't.
There's another thing you can do that I just found out works. Check this out. This is cool. Look, I only want discounted games, but now I only want the ones that come with online. Period. And watch this. Boom.
Wow.
All these games have online. How cool is that? Like, I can instantly see, like, any of these games I have online.
Wow.
So I can play heated barrel.
Yep.
It's 2 players.
Co-op.
Yeah, the online will be 2 cabinets connected. They don't have it beyond that, so it's just like 2 iiRcades connected.
Well, why isn't Combat Tribes on here? Is it? Did I miss it? Combat Tribes?
It's definitely. We played it.
It is online.
Co-op.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Because at the end of the levels, we had to fight each other.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
No, that wasn't in Combat Tribes.
Oh, it's the Combat Tribes.
It's under the
Combat Tribes.
Yep.
Yeah, that happened when I was playing Papa Brad's. I go, I thought I bought this game. Why is that on my cabinet?
I know. I hate that.
Brad, it was the end of the levels in Shadow Force that we had to fight each other.
Hachu now. Hachu has just gotten new life because it has online. Hachu.
Oh, look at that! I just bought that today. Have to check it out.
This Knuckle Bash game is great. If you haven't played that one, that is a fantastic beat 'em up.
Yeah, great wrestling themes, crazy.
So
much crazy characters in that.
But not Gun Force 2. Okay.
Ninja Kids too. It plays really smooth. I always say it's like just imagine like a Turtles ripoff type game, but with these little puppet ninjas. Crazy levels, crazy story.
We have to try that
plays really. I haven't played it online, but the single player plays really smooth, and that's one of the games that is going to be 4-player enabled. But you'd have to have 2 people locally on each machine.
2 people on each cab. Cabal plays these 2 games. Blood Brothers and Cabal are great online too. They play really well. I've ran through the whole game on both of those, and it works good. See, this game's online. The Legend of Silk Road.
It's made by Unico.
It says it's online. I gotta go to YouTube. That's how they do it. Little sound.
Yeah, so this is the first one.
Yeah, the first one's the one that.
And then you have
online.
Age of Heroes, which is the sequel. And I never knew what to think just by like watching the preview of the game.
Yeah, you almost have to play it.
Yeah, I actually bought the second one first, and as soon as I started playing, I was like, yeah, I want to play through the first one because this is really good. And then I realized right away the first one also had the magic and stuff in it when you're fighting.
It looks very PlayStation-esque, PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that's controversial because of these games.
What, that is AAA?
No. That these games, The Legend of Silkwood and the Ages of whatever, these games make me want to have save slots because I can't stand for an hour and a half and play these games all the way through, and there's no save spots. So that's why I haven't played these games, because I know I need at least an hour and 20 minutes to get through some of these games on the beat 'em ups, and I just don't have, that type of time. And I know the purists say save slots are against the arcade, but when it comes to the beat 'em ups, like Mayhem Brawler has saves, right? And it's a modern beat 'em up.
It's a modern game.
So is it so sacrilege if we just sneak in some saves in there for some of these other games? It's something to talk about because, standing up and not knowing how long the game is, if it's over an hour and a half, you might want to save it and come back to it,
Yeah.
They'll say that's why there's that pause button, which I never use.
Well, that pause
don't ever touch that pause button.
Janky.
The pause button shouldn't be on there.
That pause button's janky.
It's janky.
I put it in pause and sleep mode.
Sleep mode is probably the way to go.
How do you put in sleep mode?
You tap the power button once really quick. And then you're okay. And then you hit it and it comes right back.
Oh, that's how you rack up your space.
No, that was Galacticon. Did it for Galacticon. Oh, never again. Oh my God.
Well, I guess we've been through these. Unless you guys have more on these, probably should talk about next week too, right?
Yeah, maybe. Let's watch a little bit of Cabal because a lot of people don't know about Cabal. Let's play a little bit of that. The year is 1987, and the upstart arcade company Tad Corporation makes their first game, Cabal, a game based on war movies which were popular at the time. Of course, the setting of the game is the Vietnam War, movies like Rambo were popular, Platoon. We were playing video games like Commando in the arcades. And of course, we were playing the awesome Akari Warriors, which is another Rambo Vietnam-themed game. Enter the iiRcade, releasing 1988 TAD Corporation's game Cabal on the iiRcade. Game is really pretty simple. You destroy everything. You can be either a blue soldier or a red soldier. During this gameplay, I'm going to be playing with Punk Rock Dave. I am the blue player. Punk Rock Dave is the red player. This game plays fantastic online. Offers co-op play without a glitch. We ran the whole game. Takes about 30 minutes for 2 decent players to run this game. In this game, you use a joystick or a trackball in the arcade to move your player left or right, and then you move your cursor to shoot at the various enemies and buildings. You have a fire button, a grenade button, and a roll button. The roll can be used for defensive maneuvering. Early versions of the game, from what I've learned, came with a trackball, and later versions of the game came out with a joystick. You can either play as the red or the blue player. The goal is to take out all the enemy bases with your machine guns and grenades, all while not getting shot. There is an enemy bar at the bottom of the screen that depletes as your enemies are taken out. Pretty much everything in this game can be destroyed, and destruction is a huge part of the game. There are 5 stages with 4 screens each in Cabal. Here we are facing one of the bosses, a helicopter. You have to shoot the projectiles that it fires down at you. This game definitely is challenging, and this would be a hard game to run on a single quarter. So I think part of the challenge of this game will be learning how to use less quarters to complete the game. Here I am entering level 2. Each level is a little different, but they all kind of have the Vietnam, Rambo kind of war theme to them. The secret to getting more points is vehicles tend to get you more points. Moving right along, here I am killing some frogmen in this pond. This tiny pond, and what do you find in this tiny pond? A gigantic submarine. Now, I don't know how you get a submarine in a pond, but hey, that's something you just have to accept in Cabal. But you definitely want to use your grenades on the bigger vehicles. The boss battles can basically be quarter munchers. I mean, they were designed to basically kill you. The dodge mechanic on this game is less forgiving than in the game Blood Brothers, which is another game which I reviewed. It was a sequel to this game, and I'll compare them at the end. This level is cool. You're fighting with a ship in the distance. As you move through the levels, you get more people throwing grenades. It becomes more and more challenging. There's a lot more bullets. There's a lot less places to hide. There's less cover. So the game kind of brings on the difficulty towards the end. Here we are facing off with another boss. These trucks come out and drop these guns at you, which are constantly lobbing. The blue projectiles just seem to have deadly precision. I mean, they seem to really zone in on you pretty good. You got to kill a bunch of these trucks to get through this boss battle. Very cool with the ship in the background. Okay, that's enough Cabal. I won't spoil it, but you can watch the whole video on any of my channels. But Cabal is definitely a must. Like for me, if you have an iiRcade and you're sleeping on Cabal or Blood Brothers, you're missing out. It's a must-have game for this machine.
Brad,
Nix, tell us about that 1 quarter run.
1 quarter, Nick? Seriously?
Oh yeah,
It's
just fantastic.
Single quarter run.
You just have to stockpile your grenades for the later levels when it gets chaotic. That's what gets you through it, because you have to stop all the infantry shooting all the projectiles. You can't let the screen get all clustered. That's where you get killed, because you don't have anywhere to move. Roll left or right, you roll into a projectile, you're dead. So it's just a matter of being persistent, and you'll make it through. It's just keep playing it again and again. You'll get better. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know Brooklyn's 1 quartering this one too, aren't you?
No,
Brooklyn?
I'm 1 quartering the first level. It's about it.
Can you imagine little Nick's going into an arcade? He's putting these arcades out of business back in the day. Like the arcade owner's like, "Here comes little Nick's." No,
Little Nick's, man.
He's got one roll of quarters for 6 weeks.
He's equivalent to the big guy going into the buffet.
He must have been like
Yeah,
the king
exactly,
of the bowling alley. He's
exactly.
probably that kid that had a little group of people around him watching him play.
Yeah.
But it's so great to bring back those memories, you know.
Oh, it really is.
That's one of the great things about having home arcade machines, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I buy them to play them because, you know, I love the games. That's why I'm into this. It's all
The
about
only thing that's
games.
weird about this Cabal, you know, when you were playing it, Brad, so you're killing like thousands of people, but
I
at the
know.
end of the level, they do an Irish jig and they play a funny song as you step to the
know,
next
it's
level. What's
like-
up with that? Like,
It's like the Lupin the Third, the running, the
Yeah,
way that the legs are all
exactly.
bow-legged. It's like
Yeah,
Lupin the
yeah.
Third.
It's
Yeah, that's
it's like we didn't just
really
kill
a cultural
150
thing.
guys. Let's
Well,
get out of here.
When I was at Galloping Ghost, I saw the Cabal, like the legit arcade, and had the trackball, and I was like, I don't think I could do that because I've been playing on the iRcade.
Yeah, exactly.
But I took pictures of it. It looked cool.
No, trackball is the way to go because you can just sit there and spin to do your rolls to maneuver. It's fantastic. It's very responsive, left or right rolling with it. It's best.
Oh,
to play with
really?
the trackball.
Yeah, it is.
It is
It
best
is
to play with
great.
the trackball.
It's great.
Once
Wait a
there's
minute.
I'll try
Wait a
it.
minute. I forgot. The show. We are a sponsored show. I
That
have to
sponsored?
disclose.
Yes.
Disclose
I
it.
have to disclose. This is our sponsor for the iiRcadians show.
There it is, Stickor. He-Man needs to die. I'll wait right here. Pitching up again, I see. I got this. You shitting over there? I thought it was you. I can't stand that smell. What is that noise? I'll check it out, He-Man. I'm gonna beat your ass up, He-Man. Bring your ass outside. Shitface wants to fight. Take your ass out there and handle it. I can't breathe. Yes, sir. Bring your He-Man out. I'm gonna beat your boss up. You ain't gonna do shit but die. Hurry up and give this man a permanent bath. What? You better watch it. Come here. Get off of me. You're about to get it. Get him there. Get it done. Get him there. Kill him, man. Come on, die. I gotta keep my job. Hurry up. Serves him right. I think I can breathe. No, I still smell shit. He's not dead yet. Get out of here, Skeletor. I see a bitch ass. Takes one to know one, He-Man. I'll get you next time. Serves him right for smelling like shit. I second that. I'll pour a little bit for him. That's enough.
Stinkor with real smell is new from the Masters of the Universe collection. Other action figures each sold separately from Mattel.
Huge thank you to Mattel. I do have to disclose that the show is sponsored by Mattel. Thank you. We love your Masters of the Universe toys. Thank you.
I
so
missed
much.
that
Mr. Home
growing up.
Arcade, if I pack up all my Masters of the Universe figures, could I come over your house and we can play together?
Oh my god, that'd be.
Yeah.
I like his storyline.
Mr. Wonderful Paul
That
Lord.
Paul Rindle- what are you doing with him? Just randomly sitting on your shelf. That's a weird character. That okay, there you go.
Oh, good.
Let's full screen that. Wait, full screen that. There you
What you
go.
want to do, brother?
Mr. Wonderful.
There you go.
Buy your iiRcade games, brothers.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen some action steps. I can see the back of Paul on
I
those heads.
know. What's going on there?
What? The plastic, the colors are coming off.
They get
Oh, that's
played
hilarious.
with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, over the years.
And Father Time.
These are really old.
Wow.
It's a little touch-up paint.
we got Mikey J in the chat. Welcome to the
Mikey.
chat. Yes. Awesome.
So how many people actually shit themselves in that commercial, Brad? I lost track.
I don't know,
Was it
man.
all
It's,
of them?
It was just Stinkor.
It was just
It's
Stinkor?
awesome.
Just
It's
Stinkor, yeah.
awesome, man. You
I
know, I
couldn't
mean,
tell.
I mean,
Oh, that's amazing.
the guy's a
Love
genius. What can I say? He's a genius. And
Miss him.
yeah, go ahead. Run him his commercials.
Mrs. Lockhart?
Chris, come down here. I need to talk to you.
Trapjaw's here to make you pay. It's time for you to get your ass whooped, He-Man. Your ass looks stuck to me. Good luck. Wait till I get there.
Trapjaw, Battlecat, and He-Man each sold separately, string not included.
What, you gonna claw me to death? You're stuck. Bet you won't be laughing now when I shoot you with this laser. Ha! Take this. What in the hell? You done fucked up now, Trap Troll. You better hope my shit didn't pour out. You're lucky my shit didn't break, but you're still gonna pay for it. I should have BattleCat eat your ass alive, but I got something better. Do your worst. You got it. I'll see you later. I'm gonna leave your ass to die. Bye. Damn you, He-Man! Well, looks like he learned his lesson, BattleCat. And it looks like you'll be eating good. Trapjaw jerky.
Trapjaw figure from the Masters of the Universe collection. He-Man and BattleCat figures each sold separately. From Mattel.
Massive thank you to Mr. Home Arcade for those submissions of those videos. Awesome. Thank you so much. We love your videos. It is not CT Jason. It's Mr. Home Arcade. He has a completely different messenger account.
That looks like a new trap jar. Does he have the original trap jar? See that, Steps?
Yeah, the original looks different.
What?
That's the OG.
That's when they made toys good.
The newer one, yeah. The newer one has more articulation.
Mm-hmm. You always got to have a Masters of the Universe figure at arm's length.
Just laying around in
Yes.
case the conversation comes up. You just got to grab it.
You know there's something wrong with you.
Chop jaw jerky.
They had a WWE crossover Masters of the Universe figure, so like you get like Randy Macho Man Savage, and he looks.
Yeah, I
just
saw
like
those.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely pick up Cabal while it's on sale. I would say it's a highly recommend from me. I'm gonna give it like a full recommendation.
Oh, I thought this was a toy show for a second.
Yeah.
We're talking toys.
Yeah, man. We have to get our sponsorship money in. We're making all this money. This iiRcadian
LJN wrestling figures.
Speaking of other games that are on the iiRcade, kevgret, tell us a little bit about Rodland, because that's a game I never played. Tell me a little bit about
so I stockpiled a bunch of games on the sale, and I'm starting to play through them. So Rodland was the next game up to check out. And Rodland is a combination of Bubble Bobble and Snow Bros. So you play one of two of these little fairies, and they have to go in and save their mom who's been kidnapped inside of this pyramid, a tower. And there's 31 levels inside of the tower. Now, what makes Rodland a little different than Snow Bros is that you have like this proton pack. It's like a wand, and you grab your enemies and you can beat them back and forth. And the goal is to climb the tower, and you have one other little kind of trick at your disposal where if you get caught by the enemies, you can hit a button and make a ladder raise to the next part of the board.
So there's like a ladder.
Get out of there.
You know us iiRcadians.
Ladders. We love ladders.
We love games with ladders. We just love ladders. Ladders are the best in games. Games like Donkey Kong have ladders because, let's just hate on ladders for no reason at all.
Load Runner has tons of ladders.
We could do better than that. We could show instead of tell. Let's show some of this game in action.
I prefer step ladders.
And a massive secret is going to be revealed.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the secret because I've been playing this game.
You have been?
Did you know
yeah, I've been playing it for a while.
You can double your amount of gameplay.
I got.
What's up, everybody? kevgret is back, and today I just want to share something really cool about the game Rodland. I picked up Rodland on the iiRcade sale because it looked cool, it looked like Snow Bros, it looked like a little bit of Bubble Bobble, so I wanted to check this game out. And so I did some research on this game and I found out something really cool. But first, let's take a look at the game. In this game, you play one of two fairies named Tam or Rit, and you have a magic wand, Rod. That's why it's called Rodland. And the goal of the game is to get through 31 levels to save your mother. As you'll see in the opening intro here. Your mother has been kidnapped. The only way to get her back is to climb the tower of 31 levels. And to do so, you have to clear the board of the monsters. So here it is. Here's scene 1. So you basically have a couple of things at your disposal. You have your wand, which will grab And you also have a ladder that you can conjure at any time. But your real goal is to start collecting all the items on the board, because that will get you power-ups. And basically this rinse and repeats for the 31 levels, and then you save your mother. But what if I told you this wasn't the end of the game? What if I told you that inside of this game is another 31 levels, a sequel, as you will, to this game, Rodlin? Well, how do I get there? Let me show you. Let me just collect this. There we go. Let me just get this board. There we go. I got 2 more. And now we're entering the tower to rescue your mom. This game is really cool. Look at the characters. It's pretty crazy looking sprites. But let's get out of here. And now let's go back in and show you how to unlock the sequel to Rodlin. So what you want to do is you want to go back in. And you want to insert a coin. So hit on the iiRcade, hit the coin button. And then what you want to do is pull down on the joystick 3 times and hit the P1 start button. So let's try it. Coin, 1, 2, 3, and coin. Whoa! Look at this. It's a different intro. So now, 5 years ago, a pyramid fell from the sky. Earthquakes became frequent. Dad went inside. So now your dad is gone and you're going in to find your dad. And this is a whole new game. 31 additional levels with Rodlin inside of the iiRcade version, because this was tucked inside the arcade version in the arcades. And so this is the arcade version. So the iiRcade has the 31 extra levels. How cool is that? So if you have Rodlin and did not know about this, now you do. Check it out. Have you played Rodlin? What do you think of it? I think it's a pretty cool game. If you don't have it, check it out on the iiRcade. It might be on sale. Again, I know they're running the sales again. So pick this one up. It is pretty cool, especially with the other 31 levels unlocked. I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed this quick video. Talk to you soon.
Double your fun.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
I never knew that.
Isn't that cool, man? Yeah, I didn't know
Rodlands.
it. Awesome. Thanks, Brad, for showing that. I think it just doubles the game and nobody really knows about it. Good stuff.
That's the thing with iiRcade too, is like there's so many games on it, like you never run out of like discovering games you've never heard of.
Yeah.
And this game that I'm going to show next is only $5.59.
Oh no.
So for $5.59, you could get this banger of a game. Banger. Okay. Don't judge it by the graphics, because it's a lot of fun.
This camera. Oh, sorry. There's another one. Sayugo Maroku.
Yes.
That one is Journey to the West.
Yeah.
Son Goku. If you look at like Dragon Ball, this is the this is.
It's
a game
like
that
Double
stars the
Dragon,
original
but
Son
instead
Goku.
of fighting, you're going up. You're moving upwards, climbing up
it's-
higher and higher.
Exactly. It is a beat 'em up game. 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional. I'm sorry. You're going up, down, and left, right, so 3-dimensional beat 'em up game starring Journey West, starring the original Son Goku. That Dragon Ball was inspired from. It's a great game. This game is very, very popular in the Asian region. If you go into like websites, this game right? If you like Asian websites, for example, like this game is all over.
We played that one on here.
Cup game.
Like one show when we went really long, we popped that one on because Cuddles really enjoys that game.
Yeah, the 6-hour show, I watched the whole thing.
if Cuddles enjoys the game, then hey, it must be really good. He's a pretty harsh critic.
Yeah, but this is a genre that everybody enjoys. I would recommend everybody to at least have a look at every game that's on here. See which one you like.
Pick up all the Sega titles.
Yeah.
I'm getting all the Segas that I don't have. I think there's only 2 that I don't have out of the whole list. So. This is Papa Brad, and after a complete playthrough of the game, I'm ready to talk about it. This game was one that I had never played before, so it was brand new to me. Decided to play it after a recommendation from John. The game in the United States was known as China Gate. This game, which is basically a beat 'em up, you can choose between 3 different playable characters. You have to beat all the enemies and then go to the top of the level, and then you will have a boss battle for each level in the game. The game was released in 1988 by Technos Japan. Here I am getting to one of the sub-levels. There's a lot of boss fights in this game, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy about it. You have the lightning. This boss was super cool. You have a bunch of arms, and each time that you get enough hits, an arm falls off. After you've gotten enough arms off of this boss, the boss then transforms. Here we go. All the arms are gone. Now you see you have the 3-headed boss. Pretty cool staged boss fight. Here you have the brain. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Children just say no to drugs. And you're getting the book, which completes the game. Object of the game was to rescue the book. It's a pretty fun game. Right now, I believe it's on sale, so check it out. If you like beat 'em ups, this is a fun one. This is a very good co-op game. Does not have online, does not have leaderboards. But if you're looking for a good co-op game to play that you've never played before, you're willing to try something different, give this one a spin. This has been Papa Brad, reminding you to stay legit. Okay,
nice.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
I can't say the name. I can't say the name. I'm gonna call it China Gate from now on. That way you won't be able to find it in the store. China Gate is what it was known in the United States. And C. Derek Miller also recommended that game in Cuddles Arcade. And now Jong, so I figured I had to give it a review and try it out. It's pretty fun. And I was wrong.
I like how in the video I'm telling Jong about the game. Like if he would have just said "Shut up, Brooklyn," like I couldn't have even gotten mad at him.
I know. And it's like the thing is, the Friday Night Arcade is just a magic show.
Yeah, you never know who's going to pop up.
You never know who's going to pop in. It's just a lot of fun. And I like to if I take footage, I want to show the game in action so you can kind of see what we're seeing when we play the game. But I think that's definitely one I had never heard of. And there's a lot of games like that on the iiRcade that are not expensive to buy. That just really, it's the gameplay that makes the game fun. It's not the graphics. It's like easy to learn, hard to master. They have a lot of games like that on iiRcade that are really good.
Do you guys like Space Grunts?
I skipped it. I don't know. Isn't that
That's Orange Pixel? That's Orange Pixel game. So I have it, but I couldn't really tell you much about it
because $10. I mean,
I'm trying to beat the Heroes of Loot series first before messing with the other ones.
Yeah.
But I still personally think so far, like, because I popped some of the other ones on real quick. Heroes of Loot is the as far as like the orange pixel games. Those
Heroes of Loot is the best. Is my favorite of the orange pixel games I've played, and that was recommended to me by Brooklyn Menace. A very strong recommendation, and they're both good. They're totally like they're similar, but they're different. Like Heroes of Loot is more like Gauntlet, and Heroes of Loot 2 is more of like an original, more modern dungeon crawler kind of game. But they're both fantastic, and they're different every single time you play it. It totally redoes the dungeon. So any 2 times you play it, it's not the same game. Just super cool.
And I noticed most of these orange pixel games, it's like you get one run to see how far you can get.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I had as far as topics.
Nice.
Hey,
Brad, can I just say the funniest thing about that video that you just played was that Jong said he listens to every 6-hour stream that we do. How awesome is that to know that Jong is just in the back working in his office listening to us talk about games? How cool is that?
Kevgret, I'm going to say this. Like we said a game wasn't on sale on one of our streams, and then the next day it showed up and it was on sale. It's like, they didn't even mention it. There was no fanfare. There was no mention of it, but the next day I went and looked on the store, and mysteriously the game was on sale.
Wow!
So I mean, it's just how great is it? Like they wonder why all the iiRcadians walk around with smiles on their faces because they're listening to us. It's like they care.
I did ask Jong that night if he can just get me a rewind button, but nobody else hasn't showed up yet.
He said, "I thought he said that's not going to help you, Brooklyn. Even if I give you one." I thought that's what he said.
That's hurtful, Jong.
Sorry,
I did have some other things, but I'm going to save them for when we're talking about the games in that category. I had some other things eventually. Hey, we got someone popping in. Someone, an original
Mikey.
OG iiRcadian. There he is.
Mikey.
Hey, let's say hello to Mikey J Productions.
Hey, it's me, CT Jason.
Hey, what's up? Hey,
you mean
Mikey,
Mr. Home Arcade?
Yeah.
This is the true AAA channel of the iiRcade.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of AAA, Mikey J was really the first one to cover the AAA, and then Rainwater took it from there.
Rainwater stole you.
Rainwater's catching all the heat, but it was Mikey J who made the video first.
I'll tell you how the story started. It was we have a chat where me, Brad, Jeff, CT, and Punk Rock Dave. Shout out to him as well.
Punk Rock Dave is awesome.
We chat every day. And I was working on this video in secret because I didn't want to tell anybody. Because I'm like, if I say it, someone's gonna steal it. I just know it. And so
not me.
And so I'm working on it in private. And then Jeff wakes up one day and he's like, guys, I Googled AAA and everybody's got it all wrong. And I'm like, dude, I know. That's what I've been saying. And so Jeff and I went back and forth talking about it. And then I finished up my video, and then he put Mortal Kombat in his title, and so he's catching all sorts of heat.
Yeah. All that matters, the games are fun, but you're 100% right. Like I have been using AAA completely wrong, and I blame John D because John D is the one that was throwing it out there. We've got all the AAA games. We've got all the AAA games, and none of them are AAA. None of them. Not a single one.
I'm actually doing a follow-up video on it because I've been catching a lot of heat on it as well. And I'm sick of arguing with people about it. So literally, I recorded it today. I should have it out for tomorrow. I got to edit it and whatnot. But all I do is I Google it and go down the websites and I look at IGN and like 5 or 6 different websites, and they all say the same thing. It has to do with production value. That's where it is.
Starting with Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
the Final Fantasy game. And that is true. You can join the iiRcadians Illuminati on Papa Brad's channel. We have our own secret group. It's true. And there are membership videos that I have on there. But yeah, absolutely. And a lot of us, we're friends and we all play games online. So that's another good way to find a group of people to play with, because all the people in my iiRcadians Illuminati, they're all hardcore iiRcade players. They all play games, and it's a good way to meet up with people that are interested in playing the iiRcade games. Yeah. But hey, look who we got in the chat.
John.
We got in the chat.
There he is. He's there.
There he is.
He's everywhere.
He's watching.
There he is.
He's watching. And make sure you scan these sale games before they go away, because tomorrow they probably reset.
Oof.
They go away for
they reset a couple hours.
This is a massive category with 60 plus games in it.
Yes.
And some of the big titles like Mayhem Brawler, look at the difference in cost. Like was it $19.99 to $13.99?
Gotta grab it now.
Like if you want any of the big titles that are expensive, I know a lot of their iRcade games are very reasonable. So they're like iRcade gets you like $10 at a time, It's like because it's so little money, like you don't think about it, and then before you know it, you're like
$82 later.
Hundreds of games on the machine,
Yeah.
And but I didn't buy them all at once, but like the sales are a good way to. You really want to maximize the sales.
Yeah.
And
remember, this is Brad. This is only the second time this has happened. So once this goes away, it's probably another year. So
another year.
If you're on the fence, save those few bucks and pick it up.
I'm
you
telling
can't go wrong.
You won't regret it because then you always have games to play. And I would say certainly look at the ones with online and leaderboards because those games are going to push you to play it. Like for me,
absolutely.
If they have online and leaderboards, that to me is a strong purchase.
It's either going to push you to play them or make you cry on how bad you are when you see Nick's up there at number one.
Absolutely.
Right, Brooklyn?
You want to read this super chat, Brooklyn, for me?
It's like, I got 65K Moon Patrol. I'm the power off.
Alex Colosmith with that $5 super sticker. I can't even see the sticker. What do you put in there?
It looks like
is that a picture from Time Killers?
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
How did he do that? That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's the thing. iRcade is like for everyone. It's not expensive. Like once you have the unit, which is like top quality, like arcade, you get real arcade quality controls. Don't get me wrong. I like Arcade 1-Up. I have lots of, Steps just called me out because, I'm known as the biggest iRcade shill, but I've bought 3 Arcade 1-Ups probably within the past 6 months.
Yep.
But, I do love them, but, the iRcade is like a whole different thing. Like, once you build one and you have it in your house and you've got the games that you hand select, you hand pick the games. It's really a great product. And I like all the products, but iRcade, it's something special. It's a great machine.
You dropped my comment there. AAA is a motor club.
Brooklyn made that joke earlier, Steps, before you came on.
It's like in certain categories like shmups and beat 'em ups.
Are they still in business, AAA?
They're just killing it.
I have it.
You have it, Mikey?
Yeah, we have AAA.
Nice.
Or maybe that's Alcoholics Anonymous for Apple.
Hey, Brad, did you see my
Mikey,
new background?
Arcade's looking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I love that Daytona. Didn't you do a video on that Daytona behind you?
I did.
That's a super cool video if you haven't checked it out.
The number one
Daytona's
video
sweet.
On MJP. So
very sweet.
What kind of wheel are you using?
That's an Xbox 360 wheel, the official one, because that's an Xbox 360 that I got in that cab. And I actually just got a comment on that video today, and you can get that game on Xbox Series S and X and all that. And you can hook up
that game. That game plays amazing on the Xbox 360, and it's not an expensive to machine. Like you can do a mod machine.
Yeah,
not bad. Mikey, I know you still have the original iRcade.
Yeah.
Do you feel like right now, like if you bought an original iRcade, do you feel like you would be missing out on a ton? Because you've been playing all these games along with us for since the iRcadians started. You're one of the you helped start the iRcadians channel. But do you feel like you still have tons to play on there? Do you have any regrets for having the original versus the gold?
My only regret is how pretty the gold is, and I guess my second semi-regret is going to be, some of the peripherals that come and stuff like that. But for what it is and for the price you can get it for,
$400 free shipping.
Right. I don't know why people wouldn't just pick it
for?
up.
Like that's Arcade 1-Up, like blowout prices,
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. If you don't have an iRcade, really, it's a great time to get in on iRcade because the prices are about as good as you're going to find.
And, as far as like the whole iRcade versus Arcade 1-Up, I love them all as well. We catch a lot of heat for, we like this company
all the time.
And not that company. And, and to me, it's just about accountability. You know, like you know, I mentioned
Preach.
Pump Track Dave earlier. He bought the Neo Geo MVSX, and they sent him a unit that's broken. And I personally love the MVSX. It's one of my favorite arcades. But you know, I would hold them accountable for dropping the ball on my buddy. You know, and it just
absolutely.
But, iiRcade just happens to have the best track record, in my opinion. You know,
it's fantastic. I mean, it's just a great company, and you know, it's because they care. You know, I mean, this started with one man's dream from a Kickstarter, and you know, to realize we came from like having like whatever. How many games did it launch with? Like 10 games. Double Dragon, Dragon's Lair, Bomb Squad. You had
Beach
a good
Buggy.
shooter. You had Gunbird,
Maniac Square.
And look at how many. Look at our choices we have today on what we can play on an iiRcade, and a short time to have that much growth. It's amazing. It's really amazing. So kudos to iiRcade.
Hey Brad, check out my background. Look back there.
You got a Ridge Racer.
Yeah, still in the box.
Yeah.
Your wife.
Hey, when they're appropriately priced.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
So of course it showed up before I got home from work, and then she got home first.
How much trouble?
Did you see it?
She was doing. She did about 3 tie kicks to the box.
3 tie kicks.
So you returned the original one and bought it to be delivered, or what?
I think she did that and locked me out of the house.
Huge thank you to Nix for joining us. Always love it when he's on the show with us. I appreciate you for coming. He's a friend of the iiRcadians. He's always welcome. This is his home here. He can come on the show anytime we're on. He is a king of gamers. The dude's amazing.
Oh yeah, he just disappeared.
Yeah, he's got to work. He said
he's got to work tomorrow.
So speaking of which, I'm gonna get up out of here. I was getting a look from the wife. You didn't tell me you were streaming right now. But I just wanted to say a couple of things.
Okay.
First and foremost, great job, Brad. You're doing a great job keeping the show going, and kudos to you. And secondly, kevgret, you're sitting in my seat. And thirdly, like I said, check out the new video that I'm dropping tomorrow on AAA Part 2. Getting into it some more.
I just have one question for you, Mikey, before you go. Are the iiRcadians AAA? That's all I want to know.
The OGs are. You young
bucks.
Wait.
What? Steps? We're not AAA. What are we going to do?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like I couldn't do the show without Brooklyn Menace, because Brooklyn Menace
is quadruple A.
He is the bedrock of the community, and he has really helped me a great amount. And we got a super chat from Stringer Films. If you've not checked out his arcade, I do have an arcade tour of the Stringer Films arcade, which is incredible on Papa Brad's Gaming. But yeah, Stringer, thank you so much.
Stringer, we got to do some bop soon, buddy.
But all right, everyone. No, you guys are you're quadruple A's. How about that? You gotta look extra hard for those.
We've got 6 A's according to.
Wait, Amy now's up to 6 A's. It was 5 a minute ago. Good job. All right, Mikey.
Peace, everyone.
There you go. OG stopping by.
We have an original iiRcadian, the iiRcadians OG member. Yep.
What's on sale starting at midnight or whatever?
Do you know, Brad? Do you want to drop that, or is it secret what the next category
I think it's going back to arcade.
I think it's the same order. It's arcade.
Oh, it is the same order? I can't remember. Okay.
We'll take a quick look at our I do have the picture of all the recommended games. Hold on.
Congo Bongo.
Yeah, it was on there.
Yeah.
How did you remembered? Okay.
No, I just
Space Invaders
and shooters. No. Oh, this is a reason to have an iiRcade. Look at the shooters. Wait,
look at all
that's not enough. Wait a minute. I haven't even went
We're
to
not
Toplin.
even on shooters this week.
Look at the Toplin shooters. How do you not want this arcade? Look at that. That alone is a reason to buy an iiRcade. Just that list.
That is insane.
How do I not have that? I thought I had it in my resources. I'd have to go get it. Okay, but we do have a top 10 list. If you go to the iiRcadians Present, we have a top 10 list for arcade games too. But there is Moon Patrol in there now, which changes everything.
We still don't know when Ninja Baseball Batman's dropping.
They said before next year.
Well, look, if there's a week that has no game,
pretty soon.
Exactly.
Much longer.
Yeah, because any game that they didn't announce that week, it could be. Because I think there is a week or so, right, that we're not getting an announced game. That's probably it. It's got to be.
They could throw out a curveball.
I can pull it up.
Hey, I'll take another game and then still get Batman Ninja
take
by the
another
end of the year.
And I would recommend iiRcade. Always just like on those super big games, just drop them without any surprise. Like surprise us. It's way better. It's way better. Because then everyone just is happy, you know. And I mean, I love the way they did Moon Patrol. That's the way you should release a game.
Goofy Foot is asking,
like we didn't expect it, you know.
Yeah.
Goofy Foot is asking if there's any news on Operation Wolf. The last that I heard is they're trying to get that out before the end of the year, but
really,
nothing is promised. That's what I believe I heard.
Wow. Operation Wolf and Ninja Batman before the end of the. It's only 4 weeks away.
I think if we power up the iiRcade and it's going to have a firmware update,
yeah,
that's probably when it's coming.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I would love to at least just one time in the history of the show have a chance for like we dropped a
drop something,
anything. You could give us something. Bearsis 2,
Bearsis 6.
Just give us a little bone.
The only thing I don't like about Operation Wolf coming out is Nick's already has 2 Sindens.
Yeah, I know, right? He's gonna be playing it.
He's gonna be double handing it. Yeah,
with his eyes closed.
Someone posted a great picture of where to put the Sinden. I never even thought about that, so now I keep it like in the back of the goal.
This is what we came up with for arcade, which is probably the next category.
Oh wow!
Donut Dodo, Galacticon, Space Harrier, Congo Bongo, the Burger Time series, Alligator Hunt, Longhead, Sabacto, Space Ace or Dragon's Lair. I like Space Ace as your secondary Laserdisc game, but Dragon's Lair 2, if you prefer, you have at least 2 of them.
You know what's interesting about this?
Load Runner Legacy.
Half of these are modern games. 5 out of the 10.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's a unique experience.
Absolutely.
Like, these games, like when you play Donut Dodo, that could have been sitting next to Donkey Kong.
Absolutely.
It would have felt right at home sitting next to Donkey Kong.
I think Donut Dodo's more fun. It's got a better soundtrack.
Yeah.
The thing is, for retro, I mean, Donkey Kong has a magic that no game really can replace for me as a classic arcade game, like a hardcore 80s arcade fan. Donkey Kong will always have a magic.
I think Donkey Kong might be the top of the 80s because I was playing that when I was a Galloping Ghost on the cabinet. And like you get so mad, like you're almost up there, and then you get hit with
so
like
frustrating.
Some barrel
throws a random barrel,
and you're like,
at
God
Yeah, but that's the thing. How far can you get? I can clear Donut Dodo and feel good about myself. I can't. I can't get past the third board.
Donkey Kong doesn't end unless you get to the kill screen, and so few people can do that. That it's really special if you can.
If anybody wants to see like a professional Donkey Kong player, Rexer plays it live.
Absolutely.
And just watching Rexer play, I want to smash my head against the wall because it is insanely difficult, and he's such a master at it that even he gets frustrated because of the patterns and there's some unpredictability.
He's been my coach. Like I started and I used to be able to just play it for a little bit, and like I've gotten like probably 10 times better, and all of it's been from watching Rexer. And he just talks while he's playing.
He talks while he's playing. His kid will come
up.
Like,
oh, look, this pattern's going to happen. This is the ladder you want to stand under. You can get the barrels every time when they come down.
Yeah.
He talks even about point pressing, which I'm nowhere near that, but I'm just running levels right now. But, I think, that's what I like. These games that have strategy, like, I think they're really great. And now that we have Moon Patrol, like this list needs Moon Patrol on it, There's really great games on here. Like you have to lose something. What do you lose? Do you lose a Laserdisc game? Maybe. A lot of people. I'm a huge fan of Laserdisc games, but if that's not your jam, maybe you put Moon Patrol on.
If you ask me, Longhead or Subocto, one of them should make way for Moon Patrol because I think I don't know. You can move Burger Time, Alligator Hunt. I would move Longhead and put or Subocto and put.
I would move Subocto.
Yeah,
I think Longhead is a better game. Although I love Subocto.
Shout out to In City Games, man. They have been releasing fire. Like those games, they have the retro magic,
The one thing about Longhead, because I've been playing it a lot lately, Brad, that song gets in your damn head.
It does. It does.
And it's like, because Subocto doesn't really have a good soundtrack, if you ask me, but Longhead absolutely destroys your.
It's awesome.
So, yeah, I would say Subocto goes.
Stringer Film says he's getting a new cabinet that rhymes with Narc.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a killer game.
Dude, Stringer gets these deals. I'm gonna have to give him a list of stuff I want.
I have played Narc many times, and I get to what's his name, Mr. Big, the very end of the game. There's a boss, Big Head. I have never beaten Big Head, but I've gotten to him like probably 10 times in my history of arcade gaming, like just playing that game through MAME emulation. But I've never been able to play it co-op with someone live. So I think
NES game is.
I've never seen the end of Narc. I've only gotten to the end.
I remember Narc on NES.
Raven says he'd remove Congo Bongo.
Yeah.
Possibly,
because that game's difficult as well. But I think it did something different for its time, with the isometric view.
Yeah.
And that is a game where the longer you play, I think you get better at it quicker than Donkey Kong. Because now I can get through all the boards and roll it back.
It's hard. It's hard. It's not an easy game.
It's not a casual game.
You can't play it authentically. They do have a diagonal restrictor gate that you can get from Uplay that makes it true diagonal controls. Because the real Congo Bongo arcade game has the controls mounted diagonally, just like Qbert. But they did such a great job with the way they set up the joystick for it. You don't even notice it when you're playing it. But like if you go play it in the arcade, the joystick's mounted diagonally. But they have it working so good that like I said, I didn't notice it till I played it in the arcade, and then I was like, wow, good job, iiRcade. Then I tried it with the restrictor gate, and you know what? It plays perfect with that too. So they did a good job with their however they did the joystick emulation for that game. Yeah. They nailed that. And that's what I'm talking about. Like like that's some trivial thing that like an arcade purist would notice that like most people would just realize that it works,
Yeah.
But like that, I think they did a great job with that. So that's pretty much it. What do you guys have going on? Does anyone have anything special coming up? You wanna plug or? Let me shut this down real quick. Stop sharing. And I am not a professional YouTuber. That's why I'm saying what I'm doing. I'm so used to teaching. I'm actually speaking it aloud. So I'm thinking aloud. That's what they call it when we're teaching and we're saying what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I should not be thinking aloud though when I'm doing YouTube. That's not very professional. So
wow, you're keeping us in tune to what you're doing.
I'll tell you what, stop sharing screen.
That's the best. Share screen.
Well, tomorrow night, we should be having a Friday night arcade show. And I believe on the iiRcade zone, I did hear Casey call me out in the golf game. If you want to make the entire episode against me in golf, I'm down. Let's see who's the best. I think I'm going to take this one.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys are pretty good at golf. Like I play better. Like if I have a coach telling me which clubs to select, I do way better. But it's a great game. And that game, like I said, it's like it's a game that's just going to keep on giving because it's like you're not going to beat it,
Yeah.
Every time you play
I'm
it,
so positive that I would say both of us need to get the one chip challenge, and the loser needs to eat the chip.
Oh, that's how confident Brooklyn is in his golf game over here. He's like, I'm not eating no one chip, man.
I would love to see you play Rexer in that game. That would be cool.
Oh,
I wish Rexer had an iiRcade.
I'll play Rexer if he eats the chip while we're playing.
You know what the problem is with Rexer? Because I told him I would send him a cabinet.
I want to see him tear up the leaderboards because
he sends me pictures. Yeah, he sends me pictures of Moon Patrol. I'm like, let me just send you a cabinet and get you on there for real. Like what? He just says he just for the room factor. He has all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would send it to him tonight. If he would play it.
I would pitch in actually just to have him in our community. He would be because he's such a great gamer.
He would slot up there in the top 5 easily with those guys. With Nick.
How funny would it be if that backfired? If you got him that, and then all his content, he comes back next year. It's all like iiRcade stuff, calling it out.
He takes all of our viewers.
I wouldn't care. I don't care about any of that stuff. It's not about the money.
He asked
about
to
the
play me
community.
in PS4 Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, dude. He's asked me. He had a conversation with me about like what I did wrong in my gameplay, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably pretty good. But the other thing is with PS4, like the controllers on my cabinet are actually nicer than my PS4 because my PS4, I got
Stardust is here. Welcome to the channel.
I have Hap on my, cabinet. So
yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I have going on. Like, what I'm doing right now is a ton of shorts. Like, you might find like Atari games on my channel. Like, I've been doing this thing where I've been playing every Atari cartridge I've got. And in 2024, I'll be done with them.
Brad, you posted today one of my favorite 2600 games, Kroll.
I know.
I was like, Brad's playing Kroll. I was like, no way. I love that game.
On original Atari hardware.
That's insane.
And,
with that
funny,
weapon, that was awesome.
I get a lot of like people watching those, and like people are joining my channel just from those crazy Atari videos.
Well, it just brings back quick memories because I was like, there's Kroll. I remember that game. I played that game.
Yeah, and I got so sick of the haters saying Papa Brad doesn't have any views. Yeah, I have 28,000 this month from doing shorts. So
but those people saying that are buying their own views, Brad. So it's no big deal.
I did it all legitimately. I just did shorts of Atari cartridges and drinking Mountain Dew and whatever,
Yeah.
But I mean, keep it fun. That's the way I'm looking at it with this whole YouTube thing. Just keep it fun. And
good stuff.
Okay, that's right. Just keep it fun. Who cares?
Yeah. When's the last time? Yeah.
watch Steps Gaming. Watch kevgret's channel. Watch Brooklyn Menace. Watch Papa Brad. And watch Mikey J Productions. Watch Nick's. And watch Mr. Home Arcade.
we got a great crew. We got a great group, and I'm really grateful for all you guys.
Rock Dave, does he have a channel?
Punk Rock Dave,
I don't know.
is always around.
Yeah, he's around.
So, yeah, he's always around.
And he's not here, but Retro Arcade Music Man.
Retro Arcade Music Man is awesome too. So,
and the iiRcade official channel, iiRcade Zone on Tuesday nights.
Yeah. That's a good show too.
Never stops. Grind keeps going, right, Steps?
It never stops, and
Wait. Everybody subscribe to Arcade Amy. She has 2 subscribers. Let's get her to 4, please.
Yeah, let's bump Arcade Amy's up.
I think I might have already said I might be one of her subscribers.
Yeah, you can drop a link in the chat if you
After
want.
that Zohar thing, I went and subscribed to her.
I know Arcade Amy is a huge fan of the Fanboy. And this is a console fanboy free zone. You don't have to worry about him coming in here. This is not for him. That's one thing about this show. He's not going to be up in here. And that's it. So I guess I'll send you out.
Good stuff.
I'll send you out with a little Cult of Papa Brad.
The whole Papa Brad thing, I'm not going to call it out. There's a bit of a cult thing going on there.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you want to play tough and want to hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you want to play tough and want to hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't
They say we're still on. They say we're still on.
Let's keep going.